Well, that took entirely too long. And now I'm just checking to make sure I'm actually online. Yeah, that took entirely too long, but I have set up a little overlay here. And ideally, I'll be able to show the AI card here in the small camera. The AI card has a lot of information that would be hard to represent in a text format, so I want to shove it over there. Uh, Also, ideally, I don't even know how to ping this, but this blue box to have equipped weapons and items for the active player, so you can see things like attack patterns. I think attack patterns would be a pretty useful thing for you to just see. Oh no, okay. And just one more second, because I've been messing around with my with the small webcam. I need to move it around in the order so that I can actually see my mic levels without scrolling, because every time I scroll, or every time I change scenes, I have to scroll to see my mic levels, and, that's not a great experience for me, and it means if I am blowing out my volume, it's a bad experience for you too. Okay. That's solved, though, on all of the scenes, and you can see each of the scenes. I have the Wanderer's turn, I have the Cleric's turn. I was trying to name it after the paths, but like, how do I say Light's turn? That doesn't really track as well as Wanderer. So the Wanderer is what I've been calling the Ranger or the Scout. The Path of Light is the Cleric, currently called a Soother. That's their current rank in Scoutdom. And then I also, and I just want to point out some things. I have the current stats for the active hero or whatever we are. Exile? I think we might be exiles. Yeah. Current stats for the active exile are going to be in the blue box here, but then up here I have the off players stats, so you can see those as well without me like calling attention to them. And then I have two different scenes for the enemy turn. One where I'm showing off here is the enemy targeting the cleric. You can see the cleric's armor levels. We can see how much each space defends for, and then the color coding is for how many or how much durability that space has left. So a gray, well, these dark blue spaces are empty. There's nothing in those. This space here is, you can't see my mouse at all. I have to keep pointing. The gray here, so bad at doing this. Yes, this gray space is perfectly healthy. Full durability. You can also see the 1 out of 1. It means it can block one hit. It has blocked none so far. The space below it is damaged. It's got this orange color to it, and it's taken 1 out of 2 total hits. And then the two hand slots have taken 1 hit each, and they only have 1 durability, so they're both currently broken. And I have to go back to town to get those fixed. I have the same thing for the Wanderer, and once again, the target's primary stats are listed in that little blue box as well, so you can see those. Oh, why? Oh, I see what's happening here. Okay, so I need it above the AI card overlay. Yeah, there we go. We're doing it live. I meant to put together. All right, there is no AI card overlay on this particular page. So as long as I have this Oh, hey. Welcome, welcome. You are a new follower as of 4 days ago, for it's 15. Welcome. I'm just messing around with my overlays here so I can actually stream this game. So what I want to do is move this all the way to the top. That makes the most sense. How are you, Ferret? One more one more scene to fix, and then we should be ready to actually continue playing this game. Kind of lost where I was, but let's see what's going on. Oh yeah, one more thing to point out. Up in the top left, way over there. Top right. I know which direction is which. Don't worry about it. I do have the combo and threat overlay, and I'm hoping to be able to just edit the numbers live and not have too big of an issue. But we're gonna find out. I think this whole thing is gonna be pretty slick. I just need to actually put things together. You know what? I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I believe my table was slightly hit, so these are slightly off of their squares. But we just finished the combat last session, and I did want to point out an important thing that I completely missed that would have made that combat a lot easier. So we had this... Hold on. Yeah, we had this escaping ant event card, which is why we had to hunt down Skitter and stop him from escaping. But we never actually read the part about him not getting away, which is supposed to happen as soon as we defeat Skitter. And it would have been better for us. So, if we had defeated Skitter, we would have immediately set threat to 0 and indexed this card and read a little bit of flavor text. And setting threat to 0 would have likely meant they would not be upgraded as they were, or empowered. And I think that means we would have won more easily. But it's in the past. We're done. We index this card. We get to move on with our lives. 309, you say? Kaboom? Yeah, like this. Do I know you? No. Not like in real life, but you were here 4 days ago when you followed my channel. Or stream, or whatever these things are called. Yeah, Twitch channel. That's a thing. Alright. So we have some options. We have not yet been to this point of interest over here, and we have not been to this point of interest down here. We also have not visited this NPC over on the side. I don't know why it's an NPC. It's got me curious. So I think I'm going to go start up here and work my way down that way. We'll see how this goes. Ba-doom. Ba-doom. We'll have the ranger taking the lead on all interactions today, or at least in this area. So if there's any RP points going on, the cleric's going to get them. Yes. So this is point of interest 23. Let's see what's going on this potted plant. Flowers, you don't say. Wow, profound. Okay, so I'll put this card here, although I don't know if... Come on, you. It's actually going to focus enough for me. Correct. Well, I didn't actually see the message about you wanting to be added on Discord. I will say though, my Discord is not for channel purposes. It's for myself. So I did not accept your friend request. And then yeah, my stream had to be done right at that point, so that's why I logged off right then. Let's do this. No, I can't really read it that well from there, but you take your bearings. It appears you're at the north edge of the tomato vines. Towering above, you see flowers the size of trees in their clay pots. Just to the north is a wheelbarrow the size of a sailing ship. So the topics of conversation, the vines, the flowers, and the wheelbarrow. Let's talk about this wheelbarrow. I want to see a giant wheelbarrow. The wheelbarrow towers above you like some sort of giant flying warship. You marvel at how different the world looks when you're this small. Yeah. Okay, how about the vines? You look at the vines as big around as a man. You're sure glad this isn't a blackberry patch. Yeah, those would be some big spikes. Let's be real. Alright, flowers. You remember the ants were doing something with the seeds when you entered the area. You might be able to climb the stalk and get one. So we have a new option to climb. It costs 1 speed for each attempt, and you make an endurance 9 check. Let's put that there. Between us, we have 2 total speed, and 1 old knapsack to restore 1 point of speed. So if I do this, it's kind of a gamble. Who has endurance? Our ranger has endurance 2. So I think what we do is we spend the ranger's speed, and I get to record that like this by going 0. And that should auto-update on the screen for y'all. Nice. And rolling endurance plus 2. And hoping, really hoping that this works. Oof. That is a 4. That is a 4. Oh, you know what? My camera. I'll show you there. That is a 4. With the plus 2, that's a 6. Which means, actually, I can spend my final RP points to get up to 9, which is exactly what I needed to pass this check. So, I'm glad I rolled at least a 4. There's that. Success. You reach the top and pick a small pod the ants seem to have been after. So I get an RP point for my cleric. That's my final one. And gain key item 25. And then I think we're all done with this point of interest. Key item 25. I assume it's some sort of seed pod. Seed pod. You discovered a small seed pod among the towering plants. It appears to have been valuable to the ants. Keep this card in the party inventory for now. Drop that there for you to witness. Boom. Okay. We have a seed pod for whatever that's worth. Let us proceed to point of interest 17? Yes, 17. Let's find out what's going on over here. It looks like a giant bottle. A giant can. Oh, it's the can next to the bottle. My bad. You're standing in a large clearing. There's a loud rhythmic thumping noise just here. The walls of the stone well rise here as tall as a building. Just to the west you see a large mound of dirt. So, that must be west. Thumping well or mound? I gotta know what this thumping is. The sounds of the world feel amplified. It takes a moment for the sound to resolve in your mind. Yes, it's the dripping of huge drops of water from the watering can just here. Okay, let's look at the well. Gazing up, you see an enormous wooden structure. After a second, it dawns on you. It's just the bucket for the well. And let's talk about this mound. The large hills to the west must be the anthill. You see a large tunnel leading down into the ground. There's a giant green ant guarding the entrance. Oh boy. I suppose it makes sense for Zertle to be leading these now, since he has full RP points, but that's not how I'm playing. I'm letting Rix do all the leading for this area right now. Green ant. As you watch, a few ants arrive from the south carrying seed pods in their mandibles. You see the guard place his antenna on the pods and he lets the ants pass. Wait, didn't we already do this? Maybe not. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe it's Maybelline. Okay. That's all that's all the information there is. There is an RP points, but meh. We missed out. That's fine. We have a seed pod. Let's go talk to this ant. Boom. Boom. NPC 4. Blind ant. Oh, well. That kind of gives it away. Demeanor bored. Actions flex antenna. Quirk drip mucus. A giant ant is here, mucus dripping from its mandibles. Its eyes, however, look clouded over. It seems to stare through you, as if it cannot see. The ant is guarding the entrance to the tunnel. You could try to pass by, or maybe it's better to just leave. Where's my seed pod? Let's try to pass. You attempt to pass the ant. It reaches out its antenna and... Do you have key item 25? Yes, you have it right here. The ant touches the seed pod and stands aside, giving you entrance to the anthill. Draw and place small 14, and then index this card, being the blind ant card. So, small 14. We get to go into the anthill. I'll be honest. I think maybe we need to do a little more healing before we go into the anthill. Our health is quite low. So we're going to have... We're going to use the old knapsack to give 1 speed back to Rix, so that everyone's got 1 speed. I feel that's important. And then let us use Zertle to do some healing. He's got 2 charges on his old kit. He's going to spend a charge and make a wisdom +2 check to try and heal Rix, the plucky feller scout. That is a 14. With +2, that's 16, which, yeah, both of those numbers just heal for 2. So Rix heals for 2, goes up to 3 health. Then I'm going to do some item swapping to get my old practice kit out. Nah, it doesn't matter. Does it? Does it matter? No, it doesn't matter. Yeah, we'll use the practice kit. This is another wisdom check, spending 1 cube, healing myself for... It does matter, I got a 20. Hey bro. Nah, nah, dog. So here's the thing. I mentioned it earlier. My Discord is not for streaming use. Maybe I will set one up at some point for that purpose, but that's not what I'm here for. And I don't actually know you at all, other than that you're following my channel. So I'm not gonna add you on Discord. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Anyways, I heal for 2. So Zertle goes up to full health. And I'm going to spend my last cube on my old kit to do a wisdom check one more time on Rix. I got a natural 1, which means I fail to do anything. And I guess that's just where Rix is going to stay. Rix is going to stay at 3 health. I was hoping for a full 5, but here we are. I should have gotten out the tile first, so I remembered which one it is, because my memory is bad. Small 14, that's what I thought. Let's go to small 14. Entrance to Ant Nest. As you approach the anthill, you mark how well crafted and clean it is. You wouldn't mind living here if you were an ant. This is it. You're really going into their lair. You try and psych yourself up for what lies ahead. Oh. Should have read this before entering. So we get to do a nice endurance check. Can I actually have this stay here while I do my check? There we go. So we get to do this one time only. We'll start with Zertle, who has endurance +1. That is 17, which means I heal 1 health, 1 speed, 1 mana. So I get to heal 1 mana and 1 speed. Save that. And now let's do the same thing for my cleric. Sorry, my wanderer, the other one. 17, and your endurance is +2. So 19, which is nothing special. It's still not a crit. A dirty crit, I should say. So I heal 1 health, 1 speed, and my mana is already full. 4 and 2 and save. Very cool. Okay, and then we get to flip this. We have finished that particular task. This leads up to small 15? I'm confused. How did we get in here? Okay, well, we're here. Oh, I see what's happening. Yes. So this is going to go where I have some tile or some boxes right now. It overlays like this. I guess that's what that little icon means. And this is going off the map a little bit, so I'll have to adjust my camera. But we have an entrance to small 15 now. So let me very quickly just try and get us to the point where we can see this tile in place. There we go. Hide. Okay. So there's the tile. The staircase is just below where the camera can actually see, awkwardly. But we get to go to small 15 via this staircase, which is what we do. Okay, below the dirt. Roots stick out at odd angles from the tunnel as you wind your way deeper into the layer. You can hear a large scuffling commotion coming from the next cavern, and there appears to be some sort of glowing light. So I need to clean up this map to put in a new one. And as you can see, maybe, there is a big tile connection here that we're going to go do. We're just going to go do it. Big 7. This location has been quite large. Very sprawly compared to the others. Okay. Very silly. The antechamber. A cavernous chamber lies deep within the anthill. At the far end, you notice the largest ant you've seen. It is standing on what appears to be some sort of magic circle. At the start of combat, threat goes up by 3. So you just automatically have 3 threat. I'm going to duplicate this because it's easier for me to see that bar. Yay. Okay. Okay. Awkwardly, this is a different shape. We can see most of that board. Yeah. Like there's this bottom row you can't see, but that's fine because there's nothing of interest there. All right. So we have ants again, foe 35. So this is going to be relevant. Right. We're gonna have to shuffle our threat deck again. Oh goody, my big camera is doing the thing where it just kind of jumps around because it thinks it knows better than me. A thing I don't actually know how to do. I do not have those things. At one point, I did have, give me just a second. I'm trying to move the chat above the webcam output so you can actually see chat. Whatever. Oh my gosh. Man. At one point I had a Twitter. I no longer have a Twitter. I do have a YouTube channel. You can view my videos on YouTube and comment on those. Shuffling, shuffling, shuffling. I'm going to figure out how to stop my camera from doing the dumb. Yes, I don't know why you zoomed in on this. It was the wrong thing to do. And now trying to adjust itself to fix what it did wrong. Okay, Hopefully it just doesn't move itself again. It's just, it has like an internal sensor logic where it thinks to itself, you know what would be great? It would be great if I zoomed in on that thing, focused on that, because there's something interesting happening there. Unfortunately, it sucks at determining that, so it makes mistakes all the time. Let's figure out where we're placing enemies. There, number 4, right there. Number 1 over here. And number 2 right here. And then we need foe 38, who we do not have out yet. Foe 38. Foe 38. Let's do this. Whew. Yep, that's a real ant. Real big one. Love to see it. We also need their foe cards, so we know how to kill them and what their health looks like. Well, sorry, that's the same thing. How to kill them and what their activations look like. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I'm at 156. It's probably the right one. The Enchantress. So, Enchantress looms before you, her black and gold exoskeleton glittering. She appears to be drawing power from a magic circle on the floor. If it's black and gold and they pre-painted these minis, why is mine green? Confusing. Okay. So we're going to have a second AI card when we need it. And we also have a very big target card. Place that there. We need to place some armor tokens. That all seems bad for us, but I need to be right back. AFK for just a minute. Alright, we are back. We are ready to get destroyed once again by enemies. Trying to remember, did the foes go first? I'm fairly certain the foes get the first turn. Yep. Cool, cool, cool. So, eventually I'll figure out combat and just be able to knock it out like that. This is not a great position for us to be in. They have 3 threat just right off the bat, and there are a lot of them. On Earth, this is a fight where I should leave. And if not, this is definitely a fight where I... Yeah. I'm going to spend all of my abilities. And hope that they don't actually get close enough to attack anytime soon. So, first AI card. 1 threat. Oh, camera. Camera, camera, camera. How do I just stop you from doing anything? I want you to do neither of those options. I don't want panoramic mode or auto framing, because both of those are bad. Well, look, I had it exactly where I wanted it, and now I have to change things around again, because I'm a professional. That's not true. I make no money doing this. There we go. So let's do this. They don't activate anything. That's kind of the best case scenario. They just gain 1 threat, which I will go ahead and update. As you can see, we now have 4 threat for the enemy. It's up in the top right corner of the screen, and now it is time for Rix the Plucky Feather Scout to activate. And the question is, can I just kill an ant outright? That would be the ideal. I don't think that's an option. Yeah, unfortunately, these ants are not well suited for ranged attacks. At least not my ranged attacks. So I never know if I should go up to them or let them come to us. What is their move speed if they activate? The boss can go up to 6. The regulars can go up to 6. So if I stay 6 spaces away, well, 7 spaces away, then they can't actually reach me in 1 move, and then I will have a turn to react, and that will be them spending threat for no value. So that is what we want. So I think this one might be, these 2 are the closest. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 6. So this is the range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, same range. So if I stand here or thereabouts, they cannot get to me. So I do a basic move, gaining a combo. And now I'm realizing I could just do that twice more and gain 3 combo without actually doing much. So yeah, I get there with my actions. They will not be able to reach me. Oh no, well, yeah, they wouldn't be able to. You certainly wouldn't be able to. So yeah, that seems like where we need to be at. So we have 3 combo. Up next is another foe turn. Oh, I should have cycled through that. So that was the Wanderer's turn. Now it is the foe's turn again. And their activation card is activating the boss. As the card we currently have on screen. They have at least 3 threat, so they spend 3 threat, going down to 1. And they want to move 6 spaces to get within range of the most enemies. And I think this is great for us, because Queenie goes, well, Enchantress goes 1, 2, 3. Oh, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't move any further because the difficult terrain, I believe, affects them. Is there a different way they could go that they get further? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. I think I did that right. I'll just do one more test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, you know what? They might be able to get up to there. Sweet. Their AoE does not hit me, though, because they do not have range, which is good for us. And that used most of their threats, so that gives us an opening where I could do a minor action with Zertle. And it's going to be a minor move, so either way we're gaining a threat going up to 4. Deciding if I want to spend a speed to do the form up skill, which is listed here. Because that'll also let Rix move. But if I do that, I can't do the reaction, add more movement to my one move. And I kind of want to just get within range of the boss now. So yeah, I'm going to spend a speed with Zertle. Go down to 1 remaining. So that I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I feel pretty confident that I'm relatively safe here. And now the choice. I think I want to attack with my staff. As a reaction, I'm going to have Rix mark the Enchantress so that I can just deal bonus hits. And let's see what we're working with. I'm going to do a basic staff attack. 18 plus my strength of 3 is 21. There's my 18. Ugh. It's a little hard to see. I'll put it on this camera. Is 21. Unfortunately, this staff gets nothing for 20 or higher because it's the really dirt basic one. But I do get 2 hits. And looking at this hit card, I come in from wherever I want and then go to the right one. So I think I just knock off the top armor. And then I make a second staff attack. Once again, this is +3. Unless there are any pummel targets that I want. Because pummel is my best way to just hit crit zones. No, there's nothing I can hit. I will, however, spend a mana with Rix to remove the last piece of armor with the mark. That doesn't actually work, does it? Because the foe was not damaged. Haha. We're learning limitations. So we will not spend that mana quite yet. Basic staff attack with my cleric, with Zertle. Once again, strength +3. That is a 6. Pretty bad roll. We add in the +3, gets us to 9. I definitely want 2 hits, so I will spend an RP point to get +3, get us to 12. So we get 2 hits. 12 is the exact threshold. And yeah, I'm going to come down here and hit to the right. So that's 2 hits on the Enchantress. Ugh. And then I will spend that mana with Rix to remove the last point of armor. Ba-bam. And that is the cleric's turn. So let us go to the enemy turn and see what they're doing for the turn. Mob activates. That is, all the little ants are part of the mob. So what are they doing? They have 1 threat. And this is their activation card. So they move up to 4 and want to prioritize hitting as many people as possible in a straight line in front of them, a horizontal line in front of them. They can't hit more than 1 person, so that doesn't matter. But they spend their 1 threat to move 4, starting with ant number 1. Who goes 1, 2, 3. Fair enough. Ant number 2 is the brown one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ant number 3 is the blue one. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then ant number pink is number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I did all that correctly. It is back to the Wanderer, Rix. And it zoomed out again. Great. Thank you, camera, for being worthless. That's not true. It's not worthless. It is good at picking up this broad map. I just wish it would stop zooming out for no reason. You know, is that so much to ask? Okay, Rix. I'm looking. Okay. Yeah, that's not very good. Rix has a snipe ability, which can be strong in certain scenarios and is not very strong in this scenario. Based on the Enchantress's hitbox. So instead, we're looking at either using my bow at range or closing with my axe. And my axe. The axe can get 3 hits quite easily without triggering any threat activations. I'm not sure the other things. Oh, ant number one is so far away. The axe would be amazing against ant number one. Yeah, it's not worth it to close in like that. So I'd like to use my bow. I'm currently at range 1, 2, 3, 4. That is perfect. That is within the range of my bow. This is an endurance check. I have +2 on endurance. I can show off my bow attack pattern. And I think if I get at least a 12, so if I roll at least a 10, I think I get 3 hits here based on critical points. I rolled an 8, and I have no RP points. And the practice kit is all used up, so the practice focus. So I just have to live with an 8. Yeah, there's nothing else I can do. That is just 1 hit. Because I get up to 10. I get 1 hit. So if I have 1 hit coming down from the top, where do I want that hit to be? None of these spaces are particularly amazing. I think I still hit where I was planning to hit. I come down from the top, right here. And then I swing again. Or sorry, I shoot again. Or do I go in and use my axe on, like, the soldier ant? You have more undamaged armor than the cleric does, so you're actually a better candidate to just soak. Yeah. So I do a basic move that gets us another combo point. Oh, sorry, we should be at 0 threat right now. That's my bad. 0 threats and 5 combo now. Also, I spend a mana to get a free hit with the mark. Hmm. You know what, actually? I have an idea. I'm going to use Snipe. And I really hope I do well. So we are moving to here. 1, 2, 3 to here. I'm going to use Snipe. I'm going to snipe this enchantress. Still an endurance check. Spending 3 combo to do it. There's a reroll when you need it. That sucks. I rolled a 2, which goes up to 4, which is just target a space that I want. And I will absolutely spend a mana to hit another space. Oh, that was just really quite miserable. guess I go right there. Alright. I mean, the good news is it's only got 3 health left. That's not nothing. I just am hoping to do a bunch of damage there to get to roll high. That didn't happen at all. It is the enemy's turn again. Let's see what they do. They just gain 3 threat for no reason. 1, 2, 3. That's going to be bad for me. 1, 2, 3. Bad for me. Yikes. Luckily it's the cleric's turn. So we have an opportunity to kill this boss before it activates again. And we're going to try and take that opportunity. I swing with my practice staff at the Enchantress. Strength plus 3. 15 plus 3 is 18. That's all I needed. Truth be told, I only needed 12, so great job, me. And I swing down from here and to the right. That puts 2 hits on it. Waste of a critical point, but whatevs. And I do hit a weak point, which means plus 2 threat for them. I'm just thinking if I can wipe out the big one before the little ones all activate, maybe something great happens. That said, they have so much threat. They're about to limit break. I should not hit the last weak points on this boss. So I move. Where do I move to? One, two, three. And we get a combo for that. I can't believe I spent 3 combo on a snipe and did 1 hit. That sucked. Truly the worst outcome. And then I think I'm just going to use my last action token to move again. Go 1, 2. Gain 1 more combo. So my hope is that the enemy activates and spends some of their threat. Sorry, that was supposed to be the cleric's turn. I'm bad at switching these scenes. I'm learning how to use my own overlay. Now it is the enemy turn. Let's see what they do. All foes activate. Now, I have not had this when I've had multiple types of foes yet, so I need to figure out what order they activate in. And if that means one group of them doesn't get to spend as much threat as the other group, you know, if they run out. Where is the... Oh, area of effect abilities. Oh, boy. Wait a minute. I made a mistake. The boss should have had an attack on at least one of us. It's too late to fix it now, but I didn't realize the Spire ability was a ranged attack. That is on me. My apologies. Threat cards. Yes. Ah, the All Foes card. Foes activate one time based on initiative order from lowest number to highest. Each foe is activated once regardless of their type. Is initiative... Where's initiative? There we go. Initiative and base ring color. So, the boss gets to do initiative first. Yeah, see, the camera's just doing stuff while I'm doing this. Because the boss has an initiative of 0, as seen down here. And then the ants will go in their proper order. So let's see what the boss does. With 5 threats, they're going to spend 3 of it. 1, 2, 3, to go down to 2. I'm glad they're spending their threat. I did not want to have this happen to me. And they want to maximize targets. They can't because the... Sorry, let me put this on camera. The Spire ability only attacks a target and adjacent spaces, so they can only hit one person. In this case, it's going to be Rix, as he's the closest. Oh boy. And Rix is going to take 3 damage with a yellow targeting. And we'll see if Rix survives. Well, Rix will survive. It just might not be well off as a result. Oops. That is the leg slot of armor. We can see that Rix has 1 point of armor in the legs. So those become unusable. There we go. And I need to change this to that. Boom. But in the end, I only take 2 damage as a result, instead of 3. So that could have been worse. And now the little ants go. And with 3 threats, they have to do their mandible attack by spending 1 of that threat. Sorry, with 2 threat, they can only spend 1 of it. They do not have 3 threats. Whew, close one. They get to move 4. They want to maximize number of targets in a straight horizontal line in front of themselves, starting with ant number 1, who goes 1, 2, 3, 4, cannot attack. Ant number 2 is the brown one. 1, 2, 3, 4, can attack, attacks the cleric. This is a blue die on the mandible attack. Doesn't matter where they hit, the cleric has no armor remaining. Oh, no. Yeah, no. This targets shoulders, hands, and arms on either side with the blue die, so no armor to save. That armor slot is already destroyed. So, takes 1. Zertle takes 1. Up next is number 3, who goes 1, 2, 3. Attacks our Wanderer here. Once again with the blue die, but this time there's a chance of blocking some of it, or all of it, I should say. That is going to be the right arm, which does in fact have armor. Right arm. So I'll put that on the all used up slots. But he takes no damage as a result. And finally, ant number 4 goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Cannot attack anybody. We spent threats. Okay. So I'm learning that the weak point mechanic is kind of a way to prevent you from just... Sorry, we should be in combat. From just rolling over enemies if you happen to get lucky with your attacks or plan well. I'm not sold on it, though. I don't know. We just did the cleric's turn, so now it's Rix's turn, the Wanderer. And now that they have not a full threat gauge, I want to kill the Enchantress before she can activate again. To do that, I think I just make a basic bow attack against her. Yeah, I just make a basic bow attack. This is Endurance, +2. I got a 10, which gets me 12, which is 2 hits. I only needed 1 hit, so that doesn't really matter. I put the final nail in the coffin. They gain 2 more threats because I hit another weak point. But the queen has been defeated. So now what do? I gotta kill all these little ones. So I will spend my minor action. We gain a combo because I'm moving. I'm going to move here. I'm going to attack with my axe against the blue ant who has armor slots, and we're going to see if I can take out both armor slots. This is an endurance check. Endurance +2. Ooh, a 6 means I get 1 hit. I take out 1 armor slot. That was also bad. I'm rolling poorly, except when I don't need to roll well. Then I'm rolling great. Alright, foe turn. Let's see what they do. I'm hoping for spend 3 threat to do nothing. They gain 2 threat. So that is not ideal for me, because now if I hit a single weak point, they limit break, which is bad for me. Alright, Rix. Sorry, no, Rix is done. Alright, Zertle. We have a good amount of limit, or of combo. The question is, do I want to take advantage of that to get some free attacks going? That's usually what I want to do. Zertle needs to move anyway, so I'm going to spend a minor action to gain a combo. Going up to 6, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Now it's the question of what do we do? Yep, I'm just going to limit break. They're going to do it anyways, so I might as well join them. I'm going to move one more time, go up to 7 combo. So we go 1, 2. I just want to come right back to where I was standing. So limit break. This goes back down to 0. Each of us gets a free action to do whatever we want with, including spending or doing combo-based abilities without spending any combo. I'm going to do Pummel. So I just get to attack everything around me for 1 hit, possibly 2 if I can get through a weak point, or through a crit point. It's unlikely, though. Yeah, unfortunately, Zertle's not good at that. He's just not. But I can come from bottom left to the top right in a diagonal motion. I can hit a target exactly, or I can swing from the right. And I'm hitting everything except ant number 1. So I think I take out the last armor slot on ant number 3. I come and do a direct hit on this space? Maybe. Sure, why not? And then I do a direct hit or a sweep. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I will hit this one, which might give me the room to do something later. Rix gets a free action. Unfortunately, I would love to do a snipe, but I'm not in the orientation for that attack to even trigger. I think I just use my axe. Yeah, I just use my axe. There's endurance +2. If I can get a 20, I can just cleave through blue here. Alright, 9 is nothing. I mean, it's one hit. It's not nothing, but it's not amazing. Nope, that's the wrong cube. I need a damage, not an armor. That'd be embarrassing for me. Yikes. Okay. Now, unfortunately, neither of them generated threats. Maybe I should have. Because Zertle pummeling again is pretty insane. Let me look and see what the weak points are. Yeah, nothing good. Sorry, the crit points. I keep saying the wrong word. I'm going to attack the brown ant. Yeah, I'm going to attack the brown ant with my staff. This is strength +3. Of course, now I roll an 18. Good grief. Excuse you, camera, why in the world would that be the thing you zoom in on? Oh, boy. At this point, it's just hilarious how bad this thing is at tracking the correct thing. It's hilarious for me. It may be more frustrating for you trying to follow. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and then it's like, oh, you know what? I made a mistake. Let me try and back out. It's too late. I'm trying to correct your mistake. Grumble, grumble, grumble. There we go. Good enough. Good enough for me. I get 2 hits on the brown ants. I'm deciding if I want to actually spend those 2 hits, and no, I want to spend one of those hits, because I'm pretty sure I don't have to spend both. I can go look it up. Okay. Attack roll, apply damage. Oh, if you kill something by taking out its weak points, the weak points do not resolve. That means they should be at 3, not 5, which means I can apply my second one to put them up to 5 instead of limit breaking them. That is very, very relevant information that I think I've been ignoring up until now. Alright, we are down to 0 threat, or 0 combo. 0 combo, 5 threat. Oof. And that is the end of Zertle's turn. Ah, shoot, I forgot to put it like that again. I'll figure it out eventually. You know, how to change scenes in the correct manner. I would love to just, like, have a second person in the control chair to keep track of these things, so I'm not slowing anything down, but whatevs. All foes activate. That is good timing, because I do not want them to get more threats. They have 3 threat. They spend 3 threat to do Mandible with damage +2, which is, I can tell you from experience, terrifying. We start with ant number 1, who steps here and attacks Rix. Oh no. We are likely to die from this. And I don't know that we're going to be able to take out the enemy. Can I run away? Is it too late to run away? Run away, lick our wounds, come back to attack the little ones. I made a mistake, guys. I made a mistake. If only there were a way that they could miss. That would be good for me. Okay, I'm just wasting time now. This is an attack +2, so base 3 against Rix, who has 2 health left. Rick. No. I get knocked down. Yep. Okay. Rix goes down to 0 health. I forgot to record that you took a damage earlier. Oops. Okay. Now they're going to start targeting the other one, my cleric. We start with ant number 2, who is this brown one, who once again attacks with base 3. No, yeah, there's no way Rick survives, or Zerl survives this. Cool. I go to 0 health. How are you also... Definitely made a mistake somewhere. Oh well. And then I guess the other 2 don't do anything? I'm gonna go see what fleeing combat looks like. Exiles and foes cannot move to another floor while in combat. So we can't actually leave. Oh no. What happens if we're all KO'd? I assume we just die. Is that just the end of the run, or do we get to go back to a base somewhere? Draw event 999. I don't like that. Ah, okay. To flee combat on an exile's turn, that exile must be adjacent to a hex pointer that leads back to the world map, or stairs that lead back to a previously explored map, and declare their intent to flee as a free action. And then I guess we get to figure out what that means. If that means we have to reset the whole combat, I think we just die. Because I don't know how... I don't feel like there's balance. I feel like I'm working way too hard to scrape by in every single encounter. Am I just doing this wrong? Should I be looking for easier encounters? Also, the fact that the ants only gave 1 experience when I defeated them last time is a little rough. TBH. Anyways, that was my whining portion. Yeah. So, we go to the Wanderer's turn, because the ants do nothing now that we're all dead. Okay. If all players are KO'd at the end of an exile turn, combat ends in defeat. Exiles can flee the battle. So I have a choice. I could go flee now, but that gets me nothing. Or I can try to kill some stuff, and that gets me something. I like trying for something. There's not really any consequence. I flee anyways if I fail. So I put a wear token on my character to do my surge. I stand up. I'm going to do a minor action move over to here. We gain a combo. I attack ant number 1 with my axe. Yes. And that means I roll, and as endurance +2. And I'm really hoping for a 10 or higher. I got a 3, because, you know, that is how this works. Alright, I'm going to take a gamble. I'm going to swing into this space. They gain 2 threats, going up to 4. And we're looking for 1 more axe swing. Again, if I get a 10 or higher, I kill this ant. Please get a 10 or higher. I really like it. Yes, there it is. Okay. What kind of gotten on the first hit? Good grief. So I hit this. I continue off the edge of the grid, going through the critical point, which gets me that hit and that hit. This ant is defeated. I fall back down because I'm still at 0 hit points. But I've defeated 1 ant. And we're currently all KO'd, so they're not going to do anything. They gain 2 more threat because there are 2 heroes in the party. Sorry, 2 exiles in the party. Going over to the cleric turn, who will also action surge, thus standing up. They have so much threat that I cannot run away fast enough. Do you have a speed? You do have a speed. Okay. We're gonna try something stupid. That's the point I'm at right now. I minor action move, gaining a combo, going up to 2. All right, and the enemy's at 6. 6 threats. And I go 1, 2, 3. No, that's a bad one. 1, 2, 3, and then I spend a speed to go 4, 5. Going down to 0 speed for my cleric. Then I'm going to make a wisdom check at a +2. I get a 16, which becomes an 18, which means, after spending my final cube on my kit, I restore 2 health to the one. Oh, that's bad, isn't it? Because they're just going to attack the Wanderer. They get a turn. Oh, no. Rethinking my whole turn. I heal myself first for 2. I don't think there's any other way for me to do it. And then I'm going to take back... I'm going to take back that combo because I'm not moving yet. I also get to take back my speed. Yeah, I just need to lead them away and hope I can get far enough away. Oh, but I have like no speed. I can't double speed move. Yep, I'm doing it. I'm spending a speed and both actions, going up to 3 combo, going down to 0 speed to run away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One of them can still hit me if I do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Then I'm out of range. Not really sure what I do from this position, but here we are. I think I can triple move if I need to. And I might need to. Right, they get 2 turns for every one of mine because the Wanderer's down. This doesn't work. There's no way this works. I got no other options. Yeah. I think I'm completely out of options at this point. Alright, let's end my turn, go to the foe turn. Mob activates. They spend 3 threats. They move up to 5. I was wrong, they don't move 6. Oh, so I could have gotten away this direction. So actually, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that doesn't work. No, I was right the first time. I was right the first time. All right, here we go. Activating the mob. Starting with Brown, who's number 2 because number 1 is dead. They go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then Blue, who goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then Pink, who goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we do the Ranger's turn. He's dead. And then we do the foe turn again. Old bread. You hold the stale bread you found in the rat cellar. It looks moldy but nourishing. Active player chooses. 1 exile gains 3 health. Rip up this card and draw again. Or discard this and then draw again. I choose for Rix to gain 3 health. And then we draw again. Rix stands up. Boss or 2. So they gain 2 threat, they go up to 5. I think I did not keep up with... Yeah, they spent 3, and then they're gaining 2, so they're up to 5. All good. Cleric turn. Get all my actions back. Hooray. What do I do? Did I roll a 16 on my healing check? I think I did. Well, okay. I believe I did. So I'm going to spend my last RP point to go up to 4 instead of just 2. Okay. I've updated the other values to be correct now. How far can I run? Can I run far enough away that they can't get to me? I don't think so. But now we have 2 exiles standing up. I'm glad I saved that bread for this moment. Um, Minor action move. We gain a combo, going up to 4. I'm going to move 1, 2, 3. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, avoiding that difficult terrain. I am going to spend a combo for pummel, and then I'm going to pummel again with a second combo. Rather than rolling my die on my attacks, because my attacks suck. Let's see. Yes. So, I will hit ant number 4 first. I go... Sorry, ant number 4 is this one. I go bottom right to top... Sorry, bottom left to top right through this critical point. So I also hit this point. That's 2 hits for the price of 1. I'm also going to just direct target ant number 2 on that space, thus killing it. And I don't care all that much about this one, so I'll just go there. And then I get a second pummel. Direct targeting this weak point, which does not trigger, we now learned, so that ant just dies without activating its weak point ability. And then I will hit this space on ant number 3. There's only 1 ant remaining. We have a chance of surviving this. Yes, we have a chance of surviving this. Ooh, thank you, cleric. Thank you, whatever that moldy bread was. My goodness. Right, it does not go in the discard pile. The old bread is now gone. But it did its job. It is the foe's turn. Let's see what they do. They gain 2 threat because there are 2 exiles. They limit break. That means they gain a power token. That's not really visible. I'm going to put it on the ant card, because that is visible. And then they're going to spend or take a bonus turn, which in this case is spending 3 threat. I just realized I'm way behind on keeping track of these things. They're now at 2 and 5. It worked out. 3 threat, not 2 threat. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? I don't know how to math anymore. Okay, going down to 4 threats, activating the special mandible attack, which is dealing +2 damage. It doesn't need to move to be able to hit this target. It can't hit more than 1 target, so it just does its attack now. And this is going to be 4 damage. And there are no armor slots on the blue die that will possibly block anything on Zertle, so even though he's at 4 health, he goes down to 0, instantly knocked out. Poor Zertle. I'm sorry, buddy. I tried. But that is the entire foe turn, and now we get Rix, who just has to hit 3 more spaces. 3, without getting destroyed. The ant can once again move up to 5. So if I move, attack, move, I think I can keep out of his range. And I do believe that is my best option. So we are going to get my actions back. Move. gain a combo, going up to 4. Sorry, 3. 1, 2, 3. We are now at range 4 from this ant. That is perfect. So now we fire my cracked short bow. This is endurance +2 check. I just knocked out some tokens. It's fine. Everything's fine. I wish I had mana right now. I got a 3, which becomes a 5. No, not a 19, unfortunately. 3, which becomes 5, which means 1 hit. Just 1. And that is unfortunate against this ant. But I think, as I said, I think we have a path to victory. I'm now going to move again, giving myself another point of combo, and go 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh-oh. Hold on. Uh-oh. That stupid AoE of theirs is going to kill me. I think I have to spend a speed. Oh, you know what? I could have gone there and used Broadhead. Which, yes, I do. Yes. It gives me fewer potential hit points, but I don't need more than 2 hit points. And that gives me +1 range, which is perfect. And now I can go 1, 2, 3, which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, I'm out of range. Thank goodness. Ooh. This is going to be like skin of our teeth kind of situation here. We're up to 4 and 4 for threat versus combo. Combo versus threat. Okay. Oh, wait. It might be fine. It might be fine. But I just realized, like, they're going to get essentially 2 turns in a row. Mob activates. They spend 3 threat to move 5, as we predicted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But they cannot get in range to use their mandible. And now they only have 1 threat left. So if I can... We go to the cleric turn. Nothing happens. We go back to the AI turn. I think they can do a maximum of 2 damage to Rix, and Rix has 3 health. So there is a chance, a very, very small chance, that Rix can pull this off. That bread was actually, like, the only way we win this combat. Oh, boy. You know the craziest part? I'm not getting a level out of this. This is just... Alright, what happens? All foes activate. They spend their final threat. He moves up to 4. He moves right there and does his mandible attack. This is blue die, so I have a chance to block 1 point of the 2 damage. I do not have any shoulder armor, so I block no damage. Taking 2. Going to 1. Okay. What do I do? I have lots of combo. So I can staggering shot, like, twice. To try and push it away a little bit. No, it's not going to push it far enough. I think I just go for the axe kill. Or do I go for the bow so that if I fail... Oh, no. No, this is a dangerous situation. We're so close to winning or losing. This turn is all that matters right now. And the question that we have to do is, how do I kill this? And I think the answer is the axe. The axe gives me 2 opportunities to get this. So I do a basic move, increase combo. I'm going here. The answer now at 0 threat. Okay. Endurance +2. I can't believe I done this. What does a critical fail mean? I really hope that doesn't mean they just get to attack. That would be ridiculous. Oh, you know what? Check fails cannot be increased. Okay. No other penalty. We attack again with the axe. Come on. Why isn't that bad luck striking right now? 11 plus 2 is 13. That's 2 hits. Sweeping in from the side. Cutting through the weak point, yes, but also the final point of health, so the weak point doesn't trigger. We have defeated the final ants. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe. I cannot believe we got away with this one. That is insane. Okay. So, we remove our wear tokens from our people. We've done our action surges. Out of combat, Zertle spends his mana point to put 2 charges onto his kit. And then he spends a charge to make a wisdom check. Wisdom +2. It is a 14. +2 is 16. Doesn't matter. He heals for 2. Heart thumping. Let's get some rewards, shall we? So, for defeating the regular ants, we each get 1 experience. Then we roll a die. And on a 7, we get 1k for the entire party to share. I'm going to give it to Rix, I guess, for carrying us to victory with that old bread. I really keep hoping that I'll get a path item, but nope. Rarely. I mean, listen, it's unlikely I'll roll a 20. I know that. But I'd still really like to have some gear at some point. Okay, 1 more experience for fighting or defeating the Enchantress, and also event 30. Just taking a breather here. Event 30, let's see what event 30 does. You gain $1 million. And the gratitude of everyone. You win! Congratulations! Magic Circle. The Enchantress falls. You move toward the Magic Circle. It's large and metallic. You reach out your hand. Your fingers touch the cool metal, and all at once you feel yourself growing at an incredible rate. Your head collides with the ceiling, and there is an eruption of dirt. After a moment, the eruption of soil subsides. You spit dirt from your mouth and wipe it from your eyes. Looking around, you realize you're back to normal size in the tomato patch. With a pang of alarm, you see dozens of dog-sized ants scuttle away out of sight. I'm sure that's not a problem. At your feet, you see that the magic circle the Enchantress was standing on is actually some sort of small pendant. You reach down and pick it up. Gain key 23. Can do spell. Jagged Medallion. This is a pathless item usable by any exile. This item grants you the ability below while equipped. Healing Waters, action. Only if you have line of sight to water, ice, or snow on the map artwork. Cost 1 mana, target exile in range 4, heal 1. That is huge. Now I definitely want to increase Zertle's mana pool. Frequently asked question. The water, ice, or snow on the map artwork does not need to be in range 4 of you. Only a clear line of sight is required. If you aren't sure if there's water available, err on the side of using the ability. Cool. Whenever this item, Dossier 23, is not equipped, it is considered to be in your inventory. It does not take up inventory space, and it's the shape of a jagged circle. Oh. Oh. Okay, I should have read something else first. A medallion with a jagged edge. It has a strange symbol etched into the middle. When you hold it, you notice you can sense any water that happens to be nearby. You feel like you can channel the energy in the water if you really focus. Get item DOS23. Okay, let's go find that. Dossier 23. Oh, there's the dossier. Dossier 23. Boom. I know you can't see that I just did a boom, but just did a boom. Oh, very cool. How do you equip this? Is this a hand item? I'm confused. Where do I put this? It's probably a belt item, actually. Yeah. So let's put away my flying fish knapsack and put it on my belt for Zertle. Then again, maybe it'd be nice to put it on my ranger so that they both have healing stuff. Then draw event 38. Oh, I think that's when I find a card with that exact text. I think. I'm going to go with that until I know otherwise. Alright, we have the Jagged Medallion. Magic Circle. Place party on Big 6. So I gotta clean up this map a little bit. Where did I put it's underneath here? All this stuff. And take out Big 6. I think we're actually supposed to be like over here somewhere. And index all the other area maps that we had. Okay, let's do that real quick. Okay. So we had a couple bigs, couple smalls, and one medium. Big 4, big 7. Thrill as I put away stuff off camera. I understand this is not the most interesting part of this game. It's a little better in person, for what it's worth. Right, big 4 and big 7 have been put away. Next, I want to put away the medium tile, which is medium 13. Yeah, like, I don't want every encounter to be skin of my teeth, but if it is, it feels good some of the time. And that also, if I'm going to be skin of my teeth, I like that I'm winning in the end. 13, 14, and 15, all in that order. Nice. Putting away the small tiles. But this definitely feels like it's in that category of cooperative game where their ideal scenario is losing something like 60% of the time. And I don't like that. That is not my ideal scenario. Actually, some people are like, you should lose co-op games 75 to 80% of the time. To me, that's kind of what's the point then? You might as well roll a D10 and if it comes out 9 or 10, congratulations, you've won. Otherwise, you've lost. Try again. I don't know. My ideal balance is you win more often than not, but it's close most of the time. I love the occasional stompy stompy. Um, and sometimes, in all honesty, sometimes getting stomped is hilarious. Because then you get a good story out of it. But if you're getting stomped every time, or if it's always like this intense nail biter, it gets a little overwhelming, frankly. Anyways, I'm pausing in the middle of resolving this event, and I really shouldn't. Add travel 43 to the bottom of the travel discard pile. Can do. I'll be honest, that probably means I'm going to meet somebody who knows what to do with this jagged pendant thing. Discard pile is underneath my draw pile. I'm going to put that underneath there. And finally, add job 5 to the job deck and then burn this card. Job 5. Have we already done job 5? We're going to do something else. Also, oh, okay. We have another job when we get to town that we could do, although we already are in the middle of a job. We now have key item 23, so let's go talk to this cow. Presents key item 23, draw event 31. Can do'sville. Sometimes getting through card indexes like this is annoying. $31. And I need to be done. Awkward. Yeah, I need to be done. So I'm just going to finish this event called Transformed. I can't believe it. You've returned. And not only that, but you're triumphant. You hold up the amulet to the cow. He reaches out and places a hoof on it. Immediately, the cow's eyes go vacant and it drops down onto all fours. Gain dossier T17 and then flip this. Okay. I really do need to be done, but this is investing. I don't know. It's fun. T17. Dossier T17 is triumphant. What does this mean? What does triumphant mean? I just get a little badge. Right, we're not in combat anymore. Okay. We can also clear out our combo. After a moment, the door opens and a dwarf walks in, wiping grass from his beard. Ah, I feel so much better. He proceeds to shoo the cow out the door. Well now, I owe you a debt of gratitude. He bows before you, then places a squill in your palm. Ha ha! Oh boy. And now we take NPC 37 and 36 and flip them to their B side. $36, $37. Cool. We're not going to talk to them today, though. I don't have the time. I gotta stop. Flip small 12 to its B side. Okay. A smiling dwarf greets you, welcoming you into his home. Alright. It's like that. Yep, there we go. So now there's a cow out back and a dwarf inside instead of the other way around. Destroy key item 25 and 24. 25. I know I had 24. Oh, there it is. Add job 11 to the job deck and keep this card as a squill. So that'll join this other squill we have. Boom. We have 2. Already forgot. Job 11. Yikes. Whew. Which is tomato shipment. Oh, okay. So we can hunt ants and we can deliver tomatoes. Sounds great to me. But we are all done for the day. Next time we will talk to the cow and Willem the farmer. See what they have to say now that they're in their correct bodies. And that'll do it for me for the day. Hey, everybody. Well, not for the day. For this session. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more of what I do, I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday here on Twitch. Twitch.tv/IMat156, I think. Hopefully. On Mondays, I stream Pal World at about 1 o'clock p.m. US and Canada Pacific time, which is going to be the time zone going forward. And then I stream Marvel Legendary at 10:30 p.m. On Wednesday, I stream Pal World again at 1 p.m. And then on Fridays, I stream Arydia at both 1 p.m. and 10:30 p.m. This has been going well so far, so I plan to keep with it. And I will be upgrading this overlay a little bit more I want to get the weapon attack patterns on there so that you can see them from where you are at home. Yeah. Okay. That was actually really quick through the schedule. If you want to see things I've done in the past, I export everything to my YouTube channel. There's a link in the Twitch channel description somewhere down below. Unless you are watching on YouTube, in which case there's a link to my Twitch channel in the video description down below. You can feel free to keep watching things on YouTube. Also, hi, thank you. Thank you for watching on YouTube. Um, Sometimes the YouTuber audience goes amiss when talking to streamers. Um, Anyways, thank you for watching on YouTube. If you want to watch me play games live, you can follow the link to my Twitch channel. I just laid out the schedule. Feel free to tune in whenever you can, if you can, and just hang out and have fun. It's a chill time. Everybody, thanks for watching, liking, commenting, chatting, subscribing, following. These are all truly are important ways to let me know that you're watching and you're not a bot who's trying to direct me to a different streaming service, and you're not trying to sell me artwork. There's a lot of those too. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.